Hello, guys. I hope everyone is having a nice time. We had a discussion on this gold structure the last time, and based on some of the feedbacks we received, as you said, if we have to do a public video, we do it to discuss some of the rampant questions that or the feedbacks that we receive. Now, we drew this structure and we mentioned that this is the largest spiral in the price action, but the structure we drew from the feedbacks we have, the structure we drew, there is no indication or there is nothing that shows that it looks like a spiral. It rather looks like Thor's hammer in that movie, or it looks like a telescope or something. No, that's just by the way. We did not draw the spiral actually, but the structure helps us to draw the spiral if we want to draw it. So we mentioned the spiral because this is the largest structure now currently that we have. And the structure also uh, indicates or contains the spiral if we want to draw it. Now I'll quickly draw the spiral just to indicate it, then I would explain it or I'll just make a few explanation how we draw it. After drawing the structure, after drawing the structure we know this structure, we use this 3, 2, 5, 6 or something to draw the structure. And then this side, we cut out 0.618 out of the structure, which is this vector we had here. And then we use that to draw the diagonals and then the levels in the structure. Now, the spiral, after drawing the structure, if you want to draw the spiral, we draw lines along the edges of the structure, and then wherever we encounter any of the diagonals, we change direction. What I mean is that we can start from any corner of this square. So we can start from here, example, because we see that we drew this diagonal on this side, and we did the same for the opposite side, and we had these two centers here. So we can either start from here or we can start from here. This same thing we can do for the opposite side because this 0.618 we measured from here. We can also measure this 0.618 from this direction this way, and the structure will still be the same. So in drawing the spiral, we can start from any corner of the the structure. So we draw lines along the structure, and wherever we encounter the diagonal, we change direction. Let's say we start from here, we draw this straight line, and then at this point, we will encounter this diagonal here. So we change direction, and then we move in that direction. Here, we would not change direction because we draw the spiral, the edge or the outer part of the spiral takes the whole full length of the structure. So we draw it unto the end here, unto the end here, because why I'm saying we skip this side is because if assuming we use only one side, let's change this color and make it, let's say, faint. Let's just change that color, and then also we will not have this one also. We will make this one also faint. Then we maintain only one side of the structure like that. This is how we use to draw the spiral. So if we have this, then in drawing the spiral, let's say we will start from this edge here, then we go around the structure. So from here we will encounter the diagonal at this point. Then we will move straight until we encounter this diagonal also at this point. Then we move there. Then we encounter the diagonal here again. We move there. We will encounter this diagonal, so we change direction. Again, we will encounter this diagonal here. So we change direction, we move there. Then again, we will touch this diagonal here. So we move up again and count. So we go in that direction round. So I will pick this 5 wave point, a dot wave symbol, just to draw the lines to avoid picking the lines again. So I'll start from here. I will draw this line, then I'll move this direction, straight line actually, guys, until I encounter this diagonal here. Then I will change my direction. Then here again, I will encounter this diagonal. So I will change direction up. Again, I will encounter this diagonal. So I change direction. Again, we encounter this diagonal here. So I want to pick it exactly. So again, we change direction. We encounter this diagonal again. So now we have 5 points. So I will pick it again, guys, just to continue the lines. So I'll pick it again. Then we continue from here. So pick the line until we meet the again. Then we go straight line to the top. Then we encounter the diagonal again. So we change direction. We just draw something just to represent something. So straight line. Okay. And then straight line again. Okay. This side comes a little lower. So let's bolden it so that it will show well. Let's bolden the first part also. So this is the spiral we have drawn around the structure that we drew the last time. We can continue this spiral to infinity around this center. So that is why we said this side, these two red sides are the centers of the spiral. So we can continue it in smaller bits around this center to infinity. If we start from here, then that means we will use this diagonal and that diagonal, and then we go around it like that in same manner. So this spiral we have drawn, we can draw it 4 times. We can draw either this way, or from here we draw it that way, or if we are starting from this side, then we use the diagonals like that, and then one like that. Then we start from here and we go that way, or if we start from here, we go that way. So we can draw it anyway around the structure, maintaining one center and then two diagonals. So for those asking about where can we where the diagonal, this is the diagonal in the structure. And then the vertical lines are vertical points on time axis, and then the horizontal lines are horizontal price, support, and resistance points. So we can see also when we said that where the diagonals cut the side of the 0.618 side is very important. We can see that this is the point where it cuts, and that point is a point on the spiral. That point is a point on the spiral if we draw the spiral. So that is how come we indicated that point as a very important point also. So that is just about how to draw the spiral, and then we would start we would start a new tutorial on three-dimensional analysis, and this time we are going to be consistent from from the feedbacks that we receive. We realized that the basics of three-dimensional analysis is very important to grasp the understanding actually, or to carry the meanings of the three-dimensional analysis across. So we would want to start a video tutorials of three-dimensional analysis very soon, and we will discuss through from the scratch or from beginning. It wouldn't take any much of a time, but we would try to do it very quick, and then along the way, as we do the tutorials, we will use gold for some of the examples to indicate how this three-dimensional analysis is prevalent in the commodities market. We would also use euros USD to also indicate how three-dimensional analysis also cuts across currencies market. And then we would use either DJIA or JPN 225 or Nikkei 225. And then also maybe natural gas or soya beans market to also indicate how the two-dimensional analysis is also indicative in the stocks and indexes. So I will entreat us guys to follow, and then we will we will discuss it from scratch. We will be very elemental in that analysis so that we can all understand. It wouldn't take much time, and we believe that having a little idea in addition to what we already know, it will help us greatly in our analysis of the market and then in our trading plans also. So, guys, stay tuned and watch our page, and we'll do more discussions on three-dimensional analysis in very soon or in the near future. And then we will also discuss time ranges and time functions. So stay tuned, follow, and then take care of yourselves. Have a nice day.